Old Soldier, coming at you today from a nice chilly morning. Well, cool. Chilly. It's about 67 degrees here, I think, 65. Anyway, it's been a lot cooler than what it has been because I got a jacket on. Robertson County, North Carolina. And I am on my way, believe it or not, back to work. Shocker, ain't it? The community college, Robertson Community College, has asked if I'd come back and teach a course. I said sure. $30 an hour, roughly 9 hours a week. I don't plan on passing on that. It's only 3 days a week. It gives me something to do to get out of the house. That way I can get out of some of the honey-do lists that Ms. Old Soldier has me doing all the time. I definitively get to work with and mentor the young people that are interested in the electrical field. So it's a win all around, if you ask me. I'll say this, it's been a while since I had to get up this early in the morning and get moving. I got spoiled sleeping in until about 6:45 most mornings. I got up at 5:30 this morning, which the old back woke me up about 4 o'clock this morning saying get out of bed. If not, we're just going to throb all night. So I actually got up at 4 and sat in my massaging heated recliner for a little bit in hopes that would ease some of my pain, but it is what it is. Yeah, so now headed down the road and get ready to get going for class. Remember, today's Friday, so wear red. Remember, everyone deployed. I'd ask for special prayers for my other son who's overseas right now. Praying and hoping he gets to come home soon. Given the lack of definitive leadership from the puppet and chief on down to probably the major general, brigadier general level. Yep, I said it, I'll say it again. We are a leaderless military right now. We have leaders that are focused on this woke bullshit. Not safe for work, not safe for children. Disclaimer given. Anyway, it's for you, Brother Kyle. But yeah, we have this woke BS mentality that seems to be prevailing. They're still more interested in soldiers calling people by their preferred pronouns. If you look like a man, act like a man, walk like a man, and I'm pretty sure you're a man, I'm going to call you a man. And if you're some delusional mental case that it's a man that wants to be a woman, I'm still going to call you a man and tell you need to go get some professional help. But really, in this day and age, that doesn't do any good, because any doctor that's got any common sense that actually tries to do the right thing loses their license and gets discredited and called a whack job and yada yada yada. But I'm still going to tell them you need help. Saw a clip this week and I was really surprised, because it was Carlos Santana. Some of you older folks know who Carlos Santana is. You younger kids, I doubt you know anything beyond the Mickey Mouse show. But whatever you kids watch today. But Carlos Santana even come out and basically stated, you are how God made you. Not how you feel, not what you think you want to be. You are what God made you. And he kind of clamped down on that point, saying, if you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. I was really impressed with that. Given the nature, I've never really heard Carlos Santana get into political issues, if you will. It's always been about his music. So for him to come out and say it, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Now, whether that will prevail in the music industry or not, I highly doubt it. I say that for multiple reasons. Country music has gone woke. There are a handful of artists in the country music industry that disagree with all this, but they're being suppressed. Labels are dropping them. Things of that nature are happening in the music industry. And then these individual talents that are popping up on YouTube and Instagram and the other places, you know, they're hitting the top of the Spotify. My dad was just listening to the darn radio. One guy on North of Richmond song, and he kind of come and said, I never wanted to be famous, never wanted to be rich, you know, that kind of thing. Was really shocked at how that song went to the top. And then there's Jason Aldean's song, Not in This Town. You know, I'm not a fan of Jason Aldean, I'll tell you that. Even though I want to say it was how he treated his first wife. I do not condone adultery. I'll leave it at that. But the song, I've got no issue with the song. There's nothing wrong with that song. Nothing. There's nothing in that song that was racist, contrary to popular opinion. And, for those people that think that there was something racist with that song, they need to go get their freaking head examined. The other part of that is that, again, countering this woke culture. Like that little twerp that Anheuser-Busch hired to advertise Bud Light. You know, that's one dipstick that ain't got a bag full of marbles upstairs. That's for sure. And then the ones that get me are the ones, these men that think they're women, thinking that someday that a doctor's going to be able to take a uterus out of a real woman and stick it in them and they'll be able to have a baby. The hell they will. I wouldn't put it past these doctors to try this day and age, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it being feasible. I don't see it being even viable. The male body is not structured to give birth. Okay? It's not structured to give birth. Plus, half the men I know, they get a kidney stone, swear that, you know, that they're about to die. And from what I understand, knock on wood, I've never had it happen, but they say for a man, that's the closest thing they'll ever get to bearing, you know, childbirth is kidney stones. I don't want to know, and I don't want to find out. And then let's flip the script. These women that think they want to be men. You know, I like how my lieutenant governor here in North Carolina put it. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact quote, but basically he said you can go to the beauty shop and get made up, go to the doctor's office and get cut up, but at the end of the day you're just a made up, cut up man or a woman. Had a point. Just because you go get your plumbing rearranged does not change your DNA. Doesn't. Just because you change the plumbing doesn't mean it's going to work like it does in the original model. You gather my meaning. Then there's these couples out here that one was the man and one was the woman, and they switched places. Basically, you got two people look like ugly dudes having a kid. And I'm a birthing person. You know, such thing as a birthing person. Only a woman can give birth, and that would be a mother. Well, I digress, because the book of Revelations and the Holy Bible tells us that these things are to come and to pass, and to watch for the signs and the return of Christ. Maybe we're in the end times, maybe we're not. On to the stuff that our government's doing every day around the world, covering it up left and right. Because people, if you think the fires in Maui were just by sheer coincidence, you're a dumbass. Plain, simple, cut and dry. The fact that federal aid only offered the residents $700, $700 going to do their homes burnt to the ground. I want to know why their public announced emergency system didn't work. I want to know why their body count for the number of people that have been killed is not matching up with the number of people that were reported missing. Why were people forced to jump into the ocean? Where was the Coast Guard? Where was the Navy? Where was the Army? Where was the National Guard? All of them had resources and assets that could have been there within an hour. What was up with the local government? There's questions about their actions that need to be answered. Now let's jump to the continental United States. Got fires popping off left and right. Got fires in Canada that have been set all over the place. You heard me, set. That little illegitimate bastard Trudeau. Yeah. Illegitimate bastard of Castro. Can't prove it, but I'm a firm believer that he is, given the history of his parents and their visits to Cuba. Okay. That tyrannical son of a bitch issued a decree. No longer in Canada will anybody be able to own or buy a handgun. Okay. And from what I understand, the crime rate in all their major urban centers has seen an uptick since that's been passed. Because we know criminals obey the law. Yeah, right. I mentioned a few videos back about newspaper headings. There's a app called Newsbreak. I watch it. I look at the headlines. I kind of bounce between cities and towns on there. One I've noticed that's kind of repeated itself, like for instance, Fayetteville has seen an uptick in crime. Chattanooga has seen an uptick in crime. Nashville has seen an uptick in crime, or something along those lines. They're all just about the same headline, all these major cities. Go back on YouTube and look up that video of all the news broadcasters. And this is a threat to our democracy. They keep expanding, and all these affiliates all saying the same thing. But yet these are supposed to be independent news sources that we're supposed to trust. But yet they'll parrot something their major corporate brand tells them to. Without rhyme or reason, without thought or care. Keep that in mind, boys and girls and boys. Until then, get off here and concentrate on traffic. Y'all be safe. Keep your eyes open, your ears to the ground. Your head on a swivel. Remember, the government ain't here to help you. From the neighborhood old soldier out.